It has been 2 weeks since the last devlog. Can I call it a devlog? It is more like an update video. Oh, well. A lot has happened in the first week, and I almost wanted to create a video last Saturday. But I told everyone that I should take 2 weeks. So that's why we are here now. Hello everyone, and welcome to this video of Treasured. Let me start with a short summary of what I have done in these 2 weeks. I made a lever as a different interactable, and it also has some new functions, but I'll get into that later. You can now also see whether you can interact with something, as it has this handy dandy little icon. There is now a new area, in quotation marks, that holds all of the interactables. This was mainly done to get the different types together, but wait, this is a summary. I will explain it later on. More progress has been made on the Treasured website. I really like this update, so I can't wait to show you guys. And some smaller stuff. I am currently working on getting a Steam page, a Reddit post almost hit 100 upvotes, the Discord server has over 20 people now, you can be part of it as well, wink wink. And the questionnaire I asked you guys to help me with has been done by more than 50 people. So thank you guys a lot. That really helped. Let's now look at all of the different things I just said, but in a bit more detail. Okay, so this is the lever. Of course there's more to it. Yes, so the first thing that I want to talk about is the settings for the little lever. Let me show. Okay, currently it's in hold mode. So there are a few different modes. One of them is hold mode. And this basically means that I have to hold the button or the lever in a certain position to activate whatever it needs to activate. So as you can see, now the torch is on. And if I let go, or if I move my stick back and forth, you can see that it's off. But when I hold it in position, it is on. If I then let go, you can see that the torch is out. Yeah, we'll get to that highlighting next. So one of the other modes that it can be in is the toggle mode. And basically it actually says toggle. So when you hold it and you move it with the stick, whenever it hits the end, it will be toggled, and well, you can't turn it off. Maybe I will add that as a thing later, but for now, if it is toggled, you can't toggle it off. Then there is another feature with the lever that, for example, the button and the pressure plate doesn't have. That is the movement. And the movement part is basically, well, let me set something up. Alright, so I have added a little cube. And what this cube will do, it will actually move up and down based on the position of the lever. So if I hold it and I move it to the right, you can see that it moved upwards. And if I, for example, keep the lever somewhere in the middle, you can see that it now stays like vaguely where the lever is. And this can, for example, be very useful for certain platforming things. When one player needs to, for example, keep a like platform level. But if he doesn't, then the other players will fall off. And this will be a very handy way of letting one player stay behind. So you have to figure out how to get that player to the other side. To the other side of a hole. So that is basically the three different things a lever can do. Let's now actually talk about the highlighting. So as you can see, there are a few different ways the highlighting works. So first of all, if the player doesn't look at anything, there is no highlighting. Then if the player looks at something, first of all, you might notice the like the button in this case will light up. And then when you look away, it fades back to the like normal color. And also the little UI element like pops up. It shows you what you're kind of looking at, and it shows you the button that you need to press. So in this case, it is the X button. And we actually toggled it. Great. So the same is true for the lever and also, you know, this interactable object. But because there is a little ring around the X, the button you need to press, that indicates that you need to hold it. And when you actually hold it, if you look closely at the little circle, it will actually show that it is pressed. Well, the little circle will not be round anymore. Well, maybe if I press the button, you will see what I mean. Okay. So that is a very subtle way to show you guys which button you need to press or hold. So, for example, this one also needs to be held, because then you can move it. But then, of course, there is the pressure plate. The pressure plate is not an interactable. Like, you don't have to press a button for it, it's just that you need to stand on it. Of course, these art pieces are all in development. Maybe later on I will change the art so it represents more of a pressure plate, and you actually know when a pressure plate needs to be toggled or when it needs to be held. But that is all for later. So yeah, that is the highlighting element. Let me now actually show you the new area. Before we continue with the next part, I quickly wanted to remind you guys that I have a Discord server. Before I post updates on Twitter or Reddit, I post it on the Discord server. This then becomes a way for you guys to give your own opinion and feedback. To give a small example, I posted a video of the first version of the highlighting of the interactables on Discord, and people already came with feedback. Would this be cool? Maybe change this a little bit. And in turn, I tried the suggestions and feedback, and it already felt better. So you guys actually have some influence in how things are implemented. So if you want to be one of the first to get updates, the Hunterson Studio Discord server is the place to be. If you can wait a little longer, the updates will still be up on Twitter and Reddit. Of course, you can also show your own stuff, whether it is game dev related or not. That is all I wanted to say about that. Let's continue with the rest of the video. So here it is. This is basically a little playground for me to test all of the different modes that a interactable can be in. So for example, here you can see there is pressure plate hold and pressure plate toggle. Hold is basically when you stand on it, it is active, and then when you walk off, the torch is inactive. And then the toggle one, well, it basically toggles, so when you walk onto it, it's on, but then it also stays on. And because I now have all of the different modes with the different buttons, pressure plates, all of that, I can actually test different colors, for example. So as you can see here, the button hold and button toggle has a different color around it. So that might be an indication to whether it is toggleable or holdable. Not sure if that is a word. But as you can see, with the highlighting again, the hold has this little ring around the button, but then the toggle doesn't, because the toggle you can just press, and then the hold you need to hold. So there we go. Pressed it, and then this one we can hold, and then the torch is on. There we go. So I'm not sure if the sound is quite right with all of the torches on, especially when, for example, I put this lever on. Well, maybe you've spotted it already, but it also has a different color. That is not the right lever. There we go. So the sound might be a little bit off. And then the hold button, of course, you need to hold it. You might not see the controller, but I need to hold the stick forward, or actually in the direction that the lever is going, to actually keep it, well, to hold it. So when I let go, the lever actually goes backwards. Even though I still hold the X button, because I don't hold it physically with the stick from the Xbox controller, it doesn't stay. Of course, it is a little bit slower than when I actually let go, but yeah. And then of course there is the lever move. So this is a very slow movement. Even though for example, it is already down, but the thing isn't down. That might just be a preference for the object that needs to be moved. But this is just one version where it moves in a very linear way. And then it also moves down in a linear way. Wow. So that is basically all for the area. I can actually show you guys a little bug that came with the transition from character controller to rigid body. If you have seen the devlog from last week. If I now try to jump with the A button, I actually move upwards a lot, which is not what I want. I like the little bounce at the end there. So that is something that still needs to be fixed. Although climbing stuff is now really easy. I just tap it like once or twice and then I come down. So I guess the only thing that really needs to be implemented is the plank. Like grabbing it, putting it down so I can walk onto this other platform. Which you normally can't with the jumping, but the jumping is a little bit broken, so actually now I can jump it, which is not what I want. So yes, let's now show you the update of the website. So this is like the first view that you see. Just imagine there being like an artwork behind this instead of it being just white. Well, actually it has a little gradient, but it might be hard to see. And then yeah, maybe a video, I don't know. There is this ivy. I implemented it. I thought it looked cool, but now it actually looks kind of weird. Not sure about that, but hey. Then yes, you might have seen this at the bottom. There is this cookie pop-up. It is just part of, you know, the GDPR that needs to be implemented. Yes. So then we go to this little part, which actually has the latest video as a video in the progress view. Let's actually close that. And then there is the second to last, third to last, fourth to last videos on the YouTube channel. This is actually done in code, and the Google YouTube API. So every time you visit the website, even though it is 10 years from now, it will actually show you the last 4 videos. So first, 2, 3, 4 videos on the Hunterson Studio YouTube channel. I thought that was really cool that I don't really have to do anything. It just keeps up to date automatically. So yeah, that is really cool. And then there is this little about section. I'm not really sure about that. There will probably be more like a gallery below it. So more images of the game, maybe some concept art. If I can make that or get someone to make that, I don't know. And then there are the links to the various things like the Discord server or Twitter, YouTube. You can also get to the Hunterson Studio website if you like to watch it. Let's actually have a look. There you go. So it is not online. That's why there is this local URL. So you can't get there yet because, well, the white background is maybe a little bit dull. So I want to do a little bit more on the background, but we'll see how that works out. And of course, then when I have the the treasured website up and running online, then there will be a little clickable. There's this little button that actually redirects you to the treasured website. So I think it looks pretty cool. Not sure if I want the ivy. Maybe the ivy will be on the left side as well. Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see. We'll see about that. So that is the update for the treasured website. If you have any feedback on, what I can do with this about section or like a gallery section, if you have like websites that you think are pretty cool or would match the like style that I have now, please let me know. It would be really awesome to have some inspiration on how I could do a website. Yeah, I guess that is all for the website. For now, that is all I can show you guys. If I had more to show, I would, but I can't. I will still keep the 2 weeks in between devlogs to have more time for my graduation reset. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up, and if you want to see more, subscribe to the channel. If you have feedback for the game or the videos I make, feel free to tell me, either in the comments below or on the Discord server. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Take care.